Hey guys, it's Matt with Jinx Brothers. Got myself another box of nickels. Last hunt yielded a buffalo, which was amazing. But we did not get any orders, so we got ourselves another box. And we open it up. It is circulated. I'm hoping that we have as strong as a box as we had last time. Not checked for enders. I don't typically do that. I do that as I hunt. So we'll bust into our first roll, see if we can find another buffalo. If not, would love to get a war nickel this time. And as always, we'll jump back in after with our first find. Roll one. We've got our first find. That didn't take long now, did it? 1941. It looks like an S. Nope, it's a D. Alrighty, we'll take it. 41 on the board. Roll two. We've got another one. Not sure if we're going to film on the 50s, but we're early, so we are definitely counting it. 1954. And it's from Philly. So that gives us 140s, 150s, and we're just into the second roll. Just a few coins later. 1941. And this one's from Philly. So that gives us 240s and 150. The 40s just took the lead again. Just getting into roll four. And we found ourselves a 40. It's also from Philly. So the 40s are taking off. They've got a 2-coin lead over the 50s. Let's see if the 50s can pick up. Alrighty guys, we've got a very suspicious one. It's a Philly. And it's a 46. So the 40s are crushing the 50s right now. Can we get a buffalo? Come on, here buffalo, here buffalo. Halfway through roll 6. And the 50s have made an appearance again. 1954. From Denver. So now we have 2 50s and 4 40s. Well, it's quieted down a little bit. We're on to roll 11. We've got a 59. 59 from Denver. So the 50s are making a comeback. They're just one away from tying it up. Still looking for that war nickel or buffalo though. Tail end of roll 12. The 40s aren't having it. They have answered with a Philly. 41 Philly. That's 5 40s, 3 50s. Back into the rolls. Tail end of roll 14. And the 40s are still coming on strong. 47. 47S. That takes us up to 6 40s and only 3 50s. Still looking for that war nickel or buffalo though. Got a lot of rolls left though. Got another 1940. 40s are rocking it tonight. It's from Philly. That gives us 7 40s already. And we're not even halfway through. Same roll. We've got yet another 40s. A 47. And that one's going to be from Denver. 8 40s now. Roll 20. I told you this was going to be a good box. Check that out. I know it's not in great shape, but it's my first ever V-nickel out of a box. It is tore up, but 1898. But it's a V-nickel out of a circulated bank box. How awesome is that? Wow. Actually, I think that's 1838. I might have to put that into the scope and take a look at it and see what's going on here. Nope, it's in 1898. But that's pretty amazing. My first V-nickel out of a box. We will add it to the board. Yeah. Roll 22, and the 40s are still coming strong. We got a 49, and again, it's from Philly. That makes 9 40s, and we're not even halfway yet. Crazy. Roll 24, the 50s have finally woken back up. 1957, and it's a D. So that's only 450 so far. Got 9 40s, and of course, our first V ever. Awesome. Get back at it. Roll 26. 1957. 50s might make a comeback, and it's a D. So 50s are up to 5. Roll 28 will produce a dirty 41. And it's a Denver. But man, this thing is in pretty horrible shape. But that brings our totals for the 40s up to 10. Roll 29. There she is. Got our buffalo. The only bad thing is, there is not looking like there's a mint mark, and he very worn. So I'm guessing we're not getting a date. And we are definitely not getting a date. I can almost make out one number, but I'm going to take a better look at this, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Alrighty guys, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I can see it pretty clearly from here. It is a 1919, and I was wrong. We have a mint mark back here. We have an S. So it's a 1919 S. Too bad he's not in better shape. That's not a key date, but it's definitely a lower mintage date. But I'll take him. I love myself a buffalo nickel. All right, let's see if we can find some more, because we're just barely halfway through. Roll 33, and the 50s are trying to get back in the game. We got a 54, Denver. Man, I'd love to find a 1950. I'm missing both the P and the D for that date. One can still hope, right? Roll 34. And the 40s have an answer for that find. 1948. From Philly. Makes 11 from the 40s and 6 from the 50s. Plus our wonderful V-nickel and our 19S Buffalo. Roll 36. We've got ourselves a 1949 S. So that gives us our 12th 40. 40s. Roll 37. So it looks like we're back to doing one a roll here. 1959, Denver. 50s have some work to do if they want to get caught up though. Roll 38. We've got a 1940. And it's from Philly. And I wanted to grab that one. I noticed this guy down here. So, we got a 40 and a 50, 1952. And it's a Denver. So, while 50s is still behind, they were able to block that add-on. Roll 39. We've got ourselves another 1957. And it's going to be from Philly. 50s is trying to catch up. Still isn't quite there yet, though. Roll 41. Just dumped it out. We've got a 1947. That's going to be a Denver. So the 40s are not going to let the 50s catch up. Can I possibly catch another Buffalo in these last 10 rolls? I sure hope so. Almost done with roll 39. We have a 48. And it's a Philly. I do not think 50s are going to catch up. I did not show you guys this one because it is tore up. This is looking like a parking lot coin. It's a 1953. It's a D as well. But it is in rough shape. But 50s is 5 behind the 40s with just one roll left. Not looking good. Still hoping we can score a war nickel before we get out of here. But any way you slice or dice it is a great hunt. The box that just keeps giving. We're not going to get a war nickel this time, but we got another first. We got a proof. Never found a proof in a nickel box. And now I have. So we'll put it up here next to our V nickel. What an epic box, man. Alrighty guys, time to wrap up this hunt. What a dandy. We ended up with one 2009. We have this row here, which is kind of above average for the date, the coins. I've got two 2020s here that I'm going to check against to make sure I've got the best. I've got a 2020 D as well. Not sure if I have that in the book yet or not. I've been pretty picky about what I'm putting in for the modern ones. For the older ones, we had a 52, a 53, we had 3 54s, we had 3 57s, and 2 59s. The 40s actually beat the 50s this time. We had 3 40s, we had 5 41s. Oh, that's a 49. What are you doing over here? Oop. We had 4 41s. Of course, we're missing our war nickels here. We had a 46. We had 3 47s, 2 48s, and 2 49s. And for the dandies, we had our proof, which for me is my first find. I've never found a proof in a box before. And it's a 1980. We had our Buffalo nickel, which you can tell we had a Nic-A-Date. There was really no date on it at all. And it's still pretty tough to find, but if you do it in the right light, I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it or not. It's a 1919. And it also is an S-mint. So I believe there was about 9 million of these minted. So it's on the lower side, but it's not a semi-date or a or a key date. But hey, it's an old Buffalo, and I love Buffaloes anyway, so I will take it. And then, bang, 1998 V-nickel. My first ever find in a box. And this thing's toasty. It's corroded. It's not the prettiest coin you'll ever see. But to find a V-nickel in a box in 2020 is pretty amazing. So I will actually flip this one simply so that way I can put the date that I found it, especially since it's my first one. And if you guys appreciate this content, please make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up, hit that bell so you can be ready for my next video. And I will see you on the next hunt.